Hello everybody and welcome back to Fate Extra, and as you can see I've grinded up to level 37. And I suppose I should mention this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode today simply because I didn't record that much. I didn't have time to record that much yesterday. So that's unfortunate, but might as well upload what I do have recorded. Yeah, it's been about half the week, and we haven't really gotten any information about our opponent. But don't worry, it's meant to be like this. We'll eventually get Matrix level E and whatever by the end of the week, so we'll be fine, I think. Anyway, I'm not sure what the Scarlet Formalware actually does, to be honest, but there is a certain requirement that we need to meet before we are able to actually use it. So what we need to do is we need to defeat a powerful enemy, like Rin's saying, to be able to gain approval from the Formalware. It isn't alive, but as Rin is going to say here, it's a sort of like a defense mechanism to prevent it from being abused. So, after doing a bit more research regarding the other servants, after I did a bit more research, I found out that to upgrade some of their moves, it requires for you to do different things. Saber and Archer, I believe, have different requirements or prerequisites that you need to do before you can actually upgrade some of their skills. I don't know what it is for Archer, but I know for Saber you need to use a certain amount of items. Anyway, just so I can have A++, I just spend all my skill points in Magic. The reason I'm on the screen for quite a while is because I'm thinking whether or not I really want to dump all my points into Magic. You know, because I use Magic more often than not to take care of enemies, I decide to, in fact, just to dump all those skill points into Magic. After I level up some more, I'm gonna do, well, if I level up, let me repeat what I'm saying. After I level up again, I'm gonna distribute the skill points as I did before. Jesus, it took me a while to say that. But anyway, after doing a bit more research into the game, like you know, for the ending and stuff like that, like how prepared I should be, you don't really need to be higher than level 45. So if you actually around level 40 to 45 should be a good level to beat the game in its entirety. Because I believe to defeat the optional super boss, which is New Game Plus only, and to, as I said before, to fight the optional super boss, you need to do up all Taiga's requests. So there really is no, I guess there is no point in doing it on a first playthrough, all of Taiga's requests. I mean, your room looks better, I suppose. So there's one reason. That's one reason to do it. You might get other things for completing it, but I don't know what they would be. And anyway, what else was I going to say? But yeah, because I've seen it on the Solana Play vlog anyway. I tend to use their playlist when they fight the bosses to see what level I should be, around the level I should be, and they defeated the optional super boss with Caster anyway at level 45. So if you can defeat the optional super boss at level 45, I'm pretty sure you can beat the final boss at a lower level than that. So I have no real interest in probably grinding higher than, well, once I reach level 40, I probably won't grind that much after that. I'll probably grind probably to level 42 or 43, and then I'll stop on the grinding. So Caster says she senses the enemy servant, but it really isn't the enemy servant. What it is, it's the game will point out what it is, but I'll spoil it that it isn't the actual enemy servant there. It's whatever that is. It's an effigy, so it isn't our enemy, but it's I guess it's an effigy using their servant's power, modeled after their servant, something like that. And we might have noticed there was a lot of cuts. Not really cuts, it's just me ending the recording and starting it up again. It's mostly because I was interrupted a lot while recording this. Like a lot more than usual. But anyway, a lot of the enemies in this beginning part are the same enemies as in the previous floor. So there really is no need for you to be worried about the enemies you're going to be fighting on this floor. So overall, you should be fine, because we won't be able to explore the entirety of the arena today. That, as you can guess, as you might be able to guess, that effigy will kind of stop us. I don't know why, but for some reason we see the effigy like here, and then it's transported like somewhere else immediately after the cutscene ends for whatever reason. But as I usually do, I do my best to explore all that we can, and I think I do that. There is a rare enemy that does spawn in the arena on this day, and hey, look, a dolphin. But it's nothing else but another Nephilim. I do show it off because, you know, it is a rare enemy, so I show it off. I think it's the same as the other Nephilims we fought during this week, because its name might be different, but after we defeat it, we get a notification that we learned more about its pattern. Yeah, Caster often has little bits of dialogue to say when you're exploring the arena. She says, this is one of the only times that she said this, like while I was exploring the arena and recording, or said something like that. I know she's done it other times, but a majority of the time she would make little comments like that while I was grinding or something like that. Or right when I went into the arena to start grinding, because there are days when nothing happens in the arena, or there are no cutscenes that occur while I'm entering the arena, so there's no reason for me to show that off. So a little bits of dialogue like that don't usually show up, but most of the time it really isn't anything too significant, so I don't feel too bad about not showing it off. Anyway, there's the Nephilim. Anyway, easiest way to take it out, use Merciful Sky, a skill, and another skill, and you will win. You'll do enough damage to it to take it out in pretty easily. You should be able to actually take this guy out in one hit if you've been focusing more on magic, rather than doing a bit of a balanced sort of distribution of your skill points. I think as a player, I value more survivability than pure damage, which is why I try to distribute caster skill points between attack and defense most of the time. But anyway, you'll immediately get into a battle with the effigy once you open the door. So use this time to be fully healed and prepared to actually fight the thing. It isn't tough. I don't think it actually hits me once. But that's because I spam skills, so it can't actually attack me back when it's able to. But I think it'll, when it's doing its waiting command, it'll counter attack you if you hit it. I'm not entirely sure what it actually does if you attack it while it's waiting, but it'll guard more often than not. I think it does guard, I know that much. So, but you should, since you can't really explore the rest of the arena during this day, I would recommend just go to full MP. And you don't really need to equip anything special. I don't believe I ever needed to use the Dragon Cloak or sort of repentance. I never had to heal during this fight. So just spam your skills and activate your Noble Phantasm on the third turn just to just have an easier time. So this thing is just as powerful as a servant. So go all out for this fight. You don't have to win. I guess because the enemy is using it to explore the arena, it's considered an enemy servant, or because maybe it's based off the enemy's servant, it is considered a servant. I don't really know, but the Seraph is gonna... Oh, okay, I think I understand why now. It's because I guess the enemy master created it. It's considered, when we're battling, it's considered a fight with the enemy master. Alright, now I get it. But as I've been saying, this battle isn't tough. Heal when necessary. But as long as you spam your skills, overall you should never need a heal or do anything really too special. Not sure if that's the case with the other servants, but if you're using another servant, this basic strategy should work. Not sure if it's actually possible to defeat this thing during this day. I doubt it. It might be possible if I used Merciful Sky and whatever. Merciful Sky and a skill, but yeah. Oh, what I did notice after using these skills for a while, Frigid Heaven seems to do the most damage out of all the attacks, I think. Like there's, of course, there are like damage variations, but I think I've noticed that Frigid Heaven often does more damage than the other attacks, or other skills I should say, that caster has. Not sure if that is true, but I think that's what I've noticed. I believe I don't believe there's any negative to using your noble phantasm outside of a servant battle. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing. Like, I don't think the enemy will get like any sort of advantage over you. So feel free to use it. I know other servants, the other playable servants, at least Saber has some extra dialogue for you in the private room if you use your no phantasm enough times on a normal enemy. What I'm guessing is that the enemy servant is sort of controlling this remotely, I suppose. But I suppose from finding effigy, we know that our enemy servant is using is a berserker, I should say. So we do know that. Well, anyway, this video is going to end in around 35 seconds or so. So I'm going to I'll end my commentary now. So I'll see you guys again next time, whenever that is. Bye.